So what is up, everyone? Today is Tuesday, March 3rd. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So coming into the session, I'm honestly pretty bearish. I say it for a couple of reasons. Like when you look at the daily time frame, like where are we just placing toward? Like I feel like yesterday we kind of tried to come up. We filled in that new week opening gap, and like what did we do after we filled in the new week opening gap? Like absolutely dumped. So like where are we going to? Honestly, I believe we're drawing to like this low down here. I know technically you could say that like on ES we took there's like this low right next to my face that we took out, but there's like the other low kind of down here. Oh, what's up, Justin? How are you? You know, I still got to respond to your message in the Discord. I meant to do that. Good morning, Justin, though. I'll just look now while I have the time. I mean, this is just market open. I'm hoping at market open we can manipulate up and kind of come back down after. We're trading inside a 15-minute gap right now. Damn, these kick bots are wasting no time today. I'm like a minute into stream, we got a bot here already. Said, good buddy, it's okay, thank you. Yeah, of course, Justin. Are we going to get an inversion coming off of the open? I feel like I really don't like taking setups like right off the open. What's up, Kane? How are you? So what's my bias for today? Honestly, I'm pretty bearish. Honestly. I low-key, honestly. Well, I want to see, is this 1 minute the highest time frame gap? No, we might open up this 2 minute. I'm not gonna lie. What is this, my eval? How many points of a stop loss would this be? Should I try a bookmap trade off this? I want to see more of a reaction. So I'm trying bookmap on eval. And we are reacting off. There's a bookmap zone we tapped into up there. It's not that big though. That's the thing I don't like. Oh, what's up, Vizit? How are you? Said 15-minute looks cleaner. You said I texted earlier as one of my boys. You didn't see it? Was it when you said 15-minute looks cleaner in my opinion? Or is that someone else? Where did you text me? Oh, you said one of the bots? Dude, I actually looked real quick. Did you hear me say these bots are wasting no time? I actually just looked real quick and saw the link and I was like, oh, they're starting already? I didn't realize that was you. Bro, it says, kick our favorite Nancy. Come to us. You definitely copied and pasted that link, though. I feel like that's the same link they'd be using. Is there a 2-minute gap, though? Honestly? In terms of inversions, I might be looking for a short soon. Damn, this is such a late entry. That's like the latest entry ever. So this is a bookmap trade. I don't even, honestly, dude, why am I entering so late? Why am I entering so late? But we still haven't inverted this 2-minute yet. In terms of inversions, I really want to see that 2-minute get inverted. Dude, I'm in for way too many contracts on this. Good thing I'm on eval. I should put my little disclaimer because this is actually... But I want to look, wait, so this 2-minute gap, is there going to be a 3-minute? There's no 3-minute. There's no 4-minute. Honestly, on my actual funded account, I was going to say if we close to the 2-minute, well, let's get to my actual funded account. Qualified account, I'm on MNQ. This is probably going to be like a 2-contract trade if I do take it. No, the thing is the wick is disgusting on the bottom of that candle. Damn, I enter that trade I'm in right now though. That was such a fucking late entry. So that 2-minute gap held. I mean, I'm still short bias. I mean, I think we could come up and maybe resweep the high, come a little higher in this range, but I should probably mark out. So what I have so much stuff on this chart. I forgot to clear this. Oh, I'm on MNQ, that's why. But I just want to mark out, like, if we look at this range. You said, oh, use the curse word, I'm telling. I do that sometimes. Yeah, there's equilibrium. Honestly, I mean, we could come all the way up to, like, equilibrium in this range. No, it's pretty far away. This trade idea is cooked. I mean, I didn't bother putting a stop loss because the account's probably going to get blown. Damn, I can't believe I, like, double risked what I wanted to. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to look away. This account's going to get blown. I feel like with Bookmap, I keep pre-firing. I even said that was a small zone, but I like the reaction we were getting. Oh, what's up, Bakakenu? How are you? Maybe I could look at like this 2-minute inversion for like a short down. Yeah, this 2-minute gap's gonna open in like a minute. Oh, you know, this is random, but I don't know if any, I mean, I haven't been watching it, but I don't know if you guys know the, like, the Timmy, TJR stream. Dude, I was looking at it. Well, I was looking at a clip, at least, from it. And, dude, like, Timmy was, so we have a 15-minute SMT. We do. Yeah, honestly, I was looking, we're tapping into, like, another Bookmap zone. I don't want to start pre-firing these, though. This really might be the reaction maybe from a Bookmap zone. Maybe. Only I really want to see a strong candle close because I don't want to keep pre-firing these. Yeah, whatever. Again, I feel like I keep over risking. Why can't I calculate my position size correctly? But whatever. So in terms of actual inversions, oh, I wish we opened up a 2-minute gap there, because I feel like on my actual funded account, I would have liked for like the 1-minute gap to get inverted, but there's just 2 of them. Where do I want to target? Do I want to target range low? Yeah, honestly, in terms of normal inversions though, like ICT concepts, I really can't take a trade on my actual funded account. Just because like I hate, like, if you look at the 1-minute chart, like I know we inverted the top 1-minute gap, but there's still this bottom 1-minute gap. And like by the time we close through it, I feel like the risk to reward will just be so cooked. You know, maybe I'll get out of one contract to be... Okay. Now I'm correctly risked. I want this 1-minute candle to close strong bearish. Like, I don't like how it keeps wicking at that 1-minute gap. There we go. It's kind of starting to come down a bit. We still didn't even close to that 1 minute though. That better explanation. Oh. So we closed to that 1 minute. I just want to double check. Like, there's no 3 minute, there's no 4 minute, there's no 5 minute. I just hate how there's no gaps in this leg. Like, because when I trade inversions, I would need like a bullish gap to get inverted, and there's no really clean bullish gaps in this leg. Is this an SMT? Did ES just make equal lows? I guess, I mean, the first point I could consider going break even on this trade is when ES takes out these lows. You said, is there any news today? I haven't looked yet. I believe there's no news. Yeah, Tuesday, March 3rd. Yeah, no news today. I mean, besides all the economic news going on. Not, well... You know what I mean, like the world news, I guess I should say. Yeah, so this is the point I would first consider going break even. Me personally, I'm honestly going to wait until we take out these lows down here to go break even. Just because, like, I feel like higher time frame, I'm honestly really confident in a bearish bias today. Like, I feel like the hourly, right, we came up. Look at this hourly candle, right? We manipulated up, came back down. Honestly, I could even go, I'm not going to. I really could go for further. This is like a 3.6 to 1. I feel like I could go for more. and try to pass in one day. But I'm not going to. Honestly, I feel like I keep getting cooked in these Bookmap trades lately. So I'll just take a 3.5 to 1, 3.6 to 1. I'll take it. And if, like, theoretically though, if there was like some 5-minute gap in here, like there's no 5-minute, there's no 4-minute, there's no 3-minute. I know there is this 2-minute over here. I'm not the biggest fan of this 2-minute. So like where you can, like, where would you put your stop if you take this 2-minute inverse? Like, you could maybe put it like somewhere above this gap, but even then I feel like it's still not the best stop, and your risk to reward's kind of cooked. Damn, I can't believe that 2-minute gap and SMT are holding like that. I could consider going break even here, because there's a chance this thing might fly right through just to my stop. Because, like, I don't get, I feel like it shouldn't be reacting like that if we're going to be bullish, but it could just be a bounce. Is there like news I missed at 9:45? I mean, I don't think there is. I'll refresh the page. Now it says Tuesday, March 3rd, no news. I mean, I'm not going to, but I feel like a reaction like that really tempts me to go break even, but and the thing is, like, there is, like, we're forming a 1-minute inverse about here, right? But the thing is, we're not really delivering from like a 5 or a 15-minute gap. I feel like we're, like, I know technically you could say there's like 5 and 15-minute gaps up here, but I feel like internally it's just kind of like, oh, we came up and then inversion down. I don't know. What's up, GC Trading Systems? How are you? Said great, thanks. I'm happy to hear that. I've been learning a little bit more about Bookmap. I've been looking into a cumulative volume delta, like CVD, a little bit. I don't know if you ever look at that. You said CVD is good. I don't use it though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of order flow things you could look at. Said you're in a short. I mean, I'm on eval trying out a Bookmap trade on a short. Honestly, higher time frame, I'm pretty bearish, honestly, today. You said, yeah, a lot of it's the same. Just gotta find what you like visually. Yeah, that's true. I feel like that's true with a lot of things in trading. What meshes well with you as a person? I'm honestly still waiting for this low to get taken to go break even. On my normal funded account, though, I mean like my normal inversion trading, honestly, I'd be looking for like a 5 or a 15-minute gap to open up like as we're coming down. I'd wait for like a pullback into there. And then I'd wait for like a continuation out of there pretty much. The only thing is, though, I hope we're actually able to open up a 5-minute gap. Like a bearish one. I'm honestly looking to see this 1-minute gap hold. I know it's pretty small. I mean, there's another 1-minute gap above. I'm sure there's like a 2-minute gap, I bet. No, there's not even a 2-minute gap. Interesting. Goddamn. You said, bro, I got cooked the first stop raid. Then I re-entered and got a 1 to 3. I'm glad I closed it. That's what's up. You got a 1 to 3? I feel like you usually don't be hitting high RRs like that. That's what's up. Dude, what is this price action? It like shoots up then shoots right back down. So yeah, I hit it because the stop rate in the 1 minute. Did you take that like the first 1 minute IFVG up here? So I aim for the low until like 3 to 1. Damn. Good stuff, bro. You said I took the first of IFVG. Yeah, I mean, I know you definitely got stop rated on this one. But that was a strong close. So my account's being close to break even again after February. That's what's up. February was rough. So the other one you took, I took it too. Because literally everything was perfect. Yeah, I mean, there's an SNT up top too. Said, howdy, sir. Up 900 on AM EST today. That's what's up. I'm happy to hear that. Said 1 hour bearish gap. We took out the high. Yeah, I feel like we took out the high inside the 1 hour gap. That was so nice. I really want to hold this down to this low down here. So that was definitely a stop rate. I mean, yeah. I just hate it we're failing to displace lower right now. And we're even in the 10 a.m. macro. Come, prove me wrong, Nasdaq. Start dumping. Said partials are the closest low. Honestly, I mean, I could, but I'm just going to hold for the extreme low down here. Just because, like, I feel like, honestly, I'm pretty confident in shorts higher time frame. Like, I feel like it might not look like the shorts are playing out right now, but, like, trust in my head, I think we're going to dump out of nowhere. And I want to be in full position for us to hit these lows. I'm on eval, too, so it's, like, it's really whatever. Oh, yeah, but I guess in terms of Bookmap stuff, you know, I meant to bring this up earlier. Not like it matters when I bring it up, but there's actually some dude that I've been cool with on social media for a bit, and I actually had like a Zoom call with him for free. And because I was like, yo, I'm incorporating Bookmap into my trading. Like, could I ask you a couple questions? Because he's been using Bookmap for a long time. So I talked to some dude for like 30 minutes on Zoom about Bookmap. He honestly gave me a bunch of useful information. But yeah, honestly, I mean, I feel like I didn't get too many like takeaways that I would like pinpoint. I feel like it was a lot of small things, but like one of the things though is I talked about it before, like CVD, which is cumulative volume delta. Honestly, I think I'm going to start looking at CVD more, which essentially it just shows you the difference between like buying pressure and selling pressure. He said, bro, talk more about Bookmap. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been like low key gatekeeping a bit, only because like I don't want to like as I'm learning start like saying stuff and then like learn more and want to take back what I said the day before, if that makes sense. But I feel like I'm getting into the terms of the Bookmap a little bit, but CVD is essentially the difference between the selling pressure and the buying pressure. And honestly, the main reason I like it is I could use it for bias though. Like, obviously I can't go just based on bias, but sometimes if I'm like not sure if I'm bullish or bearish, said never heard of Bookmap till yesterday. Honestly, I feel like it's becoming a little more popular lately. But yeah, I mean, like, I can't really show you guys my monitor because it's on my computer, like my Windows computer, but I have like the CVD on the bottom, and I haven't thought about this much, but there's even CVD divergences, which is basically like an SMT like, I don't know if you guys know an RSI divergence, where like the RSI makes a higher high, but price makes a lower high, if that makes sense. But I know people are talking about that, but, oh, and the other thing he talked to me about was like low volume shelves, which honestly, I'm not even the best guy to explain that. I think he was talking about though like how sometimes price will bounce off of low volume shelves, because essentially there's like the current order book though, and sometimes you can see if there's like a shelf with like no orders. Oh, I also have the session volume profile up too. I think the session volume profile is actually where you look for the gap though. It said RSI good note. Yeah, dude, I haven't looked at RSI in forever. You said, oh, someone asked Apex evals. Nah, honestly, I still have PTSD from the way Apex used to be. I want to, like, see how Apex goes. Like, I'll let them do their thing for a bit. If they keep paying out and I don't hear complaints, I'll trade with them, but I'll give Apex a little bit of time to do whatever they're doing over there. You said, bro, Apex changed their rules. Just might buy the 300... I know you're making a joke to the game Apex Legends. I used to play Apex a lot. I used to play as Octane when I used to play. I feel like, honestly though, the main thing I've low-key been struggling with Bookmap is I feel like there's like a bunch of things you could base your entry off of. I feel like it's the same thing with ICT. Like, there's so many fair value gaps. It's like, which fair value gap do you take? And I guess, oh, one other thing that I was talking, you said it's a joke, I'm not buying an Apex eval. Honestly, yeah, I'm not going to buy an Apex eval. I feel like for me to buy an Apex eval, I'd have to be getting paid out from other firms where I'm looking to expand, and I'd have to hear, like, no bad things about them. I don't know, Apex always susses me out. Oh, yeah, but I guess, so when I spoke to that dude, though, I asked him, I was like, obviously I shouldn't drop, like, all my ICT concepts, but I was like, do you think I should incorporate, like, volume-based, like, indicators? Because he was saying, like, obviously don't drop everything you've learned, but he was saying that volume-based indicators pair so well with order flow. He said, seems like everyone is changing their rules right now. Just as I was starting to understand the first set. Yeah, it'd be like that. Honestly, though, I feel like prop firms are so, like, popularized now, though. Where, like, I feel like they low-key do gotta, like, change their rules to stay in business. Yeah, I won't. The Apex did change it for the better. Like, Apex even says they have no hidden rules anymore, which is always nice. Said my Alpha Futures won't let me down. Yeah, Alpha Futures is goated. Dude, what is this price action? I like how we're slowly trending down, and then we hit 10 a.m. and this candle... Like, there was no news at 10 a.m., right? I mean, Forex Factory says there's no news. I mean, if it wants to wick down, though, I'm cool with that. Said Trump is probably whispering. You know, I think it's kind of funny. You were like, oh, Alpha Futures won't let me down. And right after, Nightbox like, hey, get funded with Alpha Futures. Use discount code Timmy. It's just a coincidence, but... Said, bro, I'm a secret agent to Nightbot. You know, I'm not gonna lie though. I got the inspiration from I don't know if you guys have ever heard of some dude. Oh, actually, you know, this is a random fact about order flow. You know, one of the reasons I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, what was the turning point that really made me say? He said, "Hey guys, I'm back. What's up, Pillow? How you been?" You said if Nightbot was a human, it'd be the best worker ever. I mean, facts, honestly. But so one of the reasons I actually considered order flow was, I don't know if you guys remember, is it snowing where I live? Interesting. But I don't know if you know some dude called Rips on YouTube, like RIPS. But so Tradeify had the cup or whatever. You said, Timmy, any heat at 450? I'll look right now. There's actually... I just want to fast forward to make sure it's still there. Yeah, there's actually heat at literally exactly 24,450. There's heat at like literally exactly that level. And there's like a slight amount more at like 24,438. But it's red at where the level you just mentioned. It's like hottest over there. You said thanks. Yeah, of course. You said, bro, how is your data not delayed? Do you have premium? I mean, I have TradingView Premium. Yeah, I have like one of the highest plans of TradingView because I'm a nerd. You said, I think this is draining my confidence and I'm supposed to get my first eval this month. Oh yeah, honestly, I'm not going to lie. The conditions this month have been, ass. Oh, so yeah, with Bookmap, unfortunately, Bookmap is pretty, like, it's mad expensive. I feel like, at least compared to the tools we're used to, because, like, when I pay for Bookmap, I pay, it's $50 a month just for the software for, like, global or whatever, and then I pay for data on top of that, because the CME, they make you pay for level 2 data, so I'm pretty sure I pay, like, 25 bucks a month for data on top of the 50, so I'd be paying, like, Bookmap, like, 80 bucks a month right now. And I'm actually considering even getting the higher plan of Bookmap, which is the Global Plus, because at first I was like, oh, I don't need the highest plan, but if I do want to look at like footprint charts on Bookmap, I don't know if you guys are familiar with what footprint charts are, but essentially, like, imagine if I want to zoom in on this candle and I want to see inside this candle, like, where there's buying pressure coming in, selling pressure, because you, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with yeah, I know you love the footprint chart, GC. But, like, it'll show you the difference between, like, the bid and the ask each price. So, honestly, though, like, one of the main things I like about Bookmap... Oh, I never finished my thought before. But one of the things I like about order flow is, like, with ICT, you could look at the exact same area and price. And with ICT, one trader could say, oh, we're delivering from a 1 hour fair value gap. And another trader could say, oh, but we had a bullish market structure shift. So I feel like it's not like there's one, like, definitive answer, but with order flow stuff, you can say, okay, we had a huge amount of sellers come in, and they either got rewarded or didn't, and it's like, that's an undeniable fact that's going to fuel the market, right? But, Yeah, but it's almost like Bookmap is like resting orders, but like orders inside a candle. You can see with the footprint chart. But I've heard multiple people say, though, that the footprint chart on Bookmap isn't the best. And, like, there's better footprint charts out there. You said we really about to lose Tim to order flow. I'm sorry. I mean, if I make more money, though. You said footprint shows market orders only aggressive. Yeah. Bro says footprint better than ICT. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I like to be an ICT fanboy and all, but you're pretty much making more money than me at this point. So I mean, but yeah, you said order flow confirms ICT. That's kind of the way I'm using it right now, where it's like if I have an ICT bias that aligns with an order flow zone, if I have both them aligning at the same time, I feel like those are the trades I like. So what the hell was that candle? Honestly, I was wondering the same thing. I feel like it keeps like slowly trending down, and then we get these huge pushes up, and they low-key get faded. You said, bro, Tim, let's stream one day and show us your order flow setup. Yeah, honestly, I can make a video about it. I feel like I've learned enough to make at least like a basic video. You said these conditions are so bad, looks like we're draining liquidity. I mean, yeah. Ugh. You know, I feel like I'd be looking at EQ of Wix sometimes now. You see, that's a sign we're about to move up after a liquidity sweep. Forex knowledge. Honestly, I mean, if I had to guess, I feel like all these pushes up keep getting faded, though. You know, I actually have 2 YouTube videos I'm going to post soon, though. You said, bro, you should take a nice... So you asked me to take a vacation to Florida and come pass an eval? No offense, I think it's funny you're acting like evals are a physical thing. Like, I could just give you an eval over the internet. Like, I don't gotta come to Florida and hand you an eval. You said, yeah, just wait for the major liquidity sweep. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know this sounds a little crazy. I'm up like almost 2R. I still want to see this low down here get taken before I go break even. You know, I don't know if you guys know this though, but the last time I went to Florida, which I've only been to Florida one other time when I was like a little kid. I only went once in my adult life, and I actually chose to go during like a really bad hurricane. You said I'm waiting for that area to fail to short. Not a bad idea, honestly. Yeah, we had like a slight bounce off of it, but it's not like... Well, it came close to the area and bounce, but it's failing to go up. But yeah, I don't know if you guys remember. It was back in like October. You said, yeah, but it sounds kind of fun. But it was back in like what? I want to say October of 2024. Said footprint showed big passive buyers that area. Yeah, I know. There is an SMT with the low, unfortunately, where like ES kind of took out the low and is reacting off of it. I want to see whatever buyers get cooked, whatever bought down here. I guess squeeze is the right word, maybe. Not rewarded. Ugh. Oh yeah, I never finished my thought from before though. Part of the reason that actually made me switch to order flow was that guy Rips. So a long time ago, Tradeify had this cup where it was pretty much like free to enter. Well, I think it was free to enter. I'm not 100% sure, but essentially they had teams where like let's say if I'm a PB trading student, I'd enter the cup and I'd be like, oh, I'm a PB student, and you'd see which team of traders did the best. And I'm pretty sure the group that won, or at least was one of the top, was this dude called Rips. And I'm like, I've never heard of Rips. And then well, I think it might help that he trades live on YouTube, but he actually uses Bookmap. I wasn't really too familiar with him until after the Tradeify Cup, but I was like, you know what? Like, you can't argue with facts. Like, his, like, quote-unquote students did the best in that Tradeify Cup. So, at that point, I feel like I really started to respect order flow a little bit more. You said, yes, if they get squeezed, they have to sell back. Yeah. You said, not trading until Vizid answer my question. Yeah, I think he asked how's the eval going. And I'm pretty, yeah. I'm pretty sure, he passed the eval, and he's on the funded account, and he's at break even, I'm pretty sure. He said, I'm getting wrecked out here, Timmy. How do I deal with this? I mean, it can be hard. I feel like you learn to deal better with it in time. But, like, you always just try to think, like, you try to view your results over the longer scale. That makes sense. Like, and I know a month might be, like, a really long scale, or a couple weeks or whatever. But, like, I feel like if you know your strategy works over the, like, let's say if you keep executing it over, like, a span of, like, 6 months. Like, you just gotta try to remember that. Said, oh, my eval's passed long time since end of January. Sadly, February cooked me. I was down 800 in the eval. Now I'm down 150. Almost to break even. Honestly, though, I feel like February, in terms of ICT traders at least, I feel like February kind of has been rough on us. Like I know, for example, GC thinks, like, order flow is so much better. But honestly, I feel like ICT traders normally perform better than they have in the past, like, month. I'm not saying they perform amazing, but... You said it's like on pattern trading? Well, as long as you're not pattern trading, I mean, that's good. You said, okay, GC, you're the GOAT. Give us some... Honestly, I was watching his video. I'll send it in chat, actually. I was watching... He has a video on Footprint I was watching. That was pretty good, honestly. I know, that was one video I was watching. So what is this PA? We have no FVGs? Yeah. This right here, though, is part of the reason I've been looking into Bookmap. Because, like, I was able to get an entry off Bookmap up here, but, like, there's just no inversions. I would have been sitting here calling price, saying, yeah, we're going to react off here with no entry. So 2 things you need to know with Footprint: thin volume and absorption. Yeah, I feel like Footprint charts, like, when you first look at them, you can be like, what's this? But honestly, once you understand what's actually there, it's not that bad. And you can use, like, your software, you can say, like, you can put, like, a 3x multiplier. I forget what the name is, but if there's, like, if the bid versus the ask diagonally increases by 3 times or more, they, like, look at that. But you can put, like, indicators for that. Or, like, it's built into your platform. You can have it marked in green or red. On some platforms, at least. From what I've seen. I think it's kind of interesting. Like, I'm familiar with fair value gaps, but I feel like there's also gaps inside, like, footprint charts on candles. You said thin volumes of real FVG? I mean, yeah, because honestly, I mean, like, I know I'm an ICT fanboy and all, but it's like a fair value gap is how we're estimating where thin volume actually is, but it's like, if you're looking at Bookmap or footprint charts, like, you can say definitively where the low volume is. What's up, Otter CT? How are you? I bet GC Trading Systems is probably so happy he's converting an ICT trader over to, no, not you specifically, but you're seeing an ICT trader like converting over to order flow and you're probably so happy. Bro said trader. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm fully dropping everything I learned to go into order flow. Like, I'm still like an ICT trader kind of at heart. Like, for example, I used ICT, like my knowledge of ICT to determine my bias today. Like, I wasn't just looking at Bookmap to determine. It's like more like where I aligned. You said just kidding, use what works. I mean, yeah, and honestly, I know I'll probably get some hate from my fans saying like, oh, you dropped ICT, but like, if I can make more money trading like this, you said just teach us after? Yeah, I got you. I mean, I don't think anyone cares how you make the money in trading as long as you make it. I wonder, should I partial here to be a responsible trader? So we love our Nancy. I mean, how much am I up? This is over 2R. It might make sense to partial here, honestly. Yeah, it's also so choppy. I think I'm just going to partial 2 there at that low. And I'll save the last 2 for the other low. Because this is like, this is over 2R. Bro said, I heard ICT traders have to sell their souls. Yo, what? So at this point, we really should flush through these lows to this next set of lows, in my opinion. But I'd partialed and my stops are break even on this. I should double check. So like in terms of my regular inverse fair value, you said nice trade, thank you. In terms of my regular trading, though, we still haven't opened a bearish 5 or 15-minute gap, so I really couldn't look for a continuation, like based on my normal trading. Yeah, it's looking like this zone is kind of starting to fail. Yeah, we're honestly, there's like one last block of orders on Bookmap around like that end here. Honestly, I feel like if we can break this low, we're probably just gonna just dump. Bro. Yo, Bison, what are you saying? Bro said I haven't sold mine, so I'm profitable. He said, same, I've never watched an ICT. Yeah, honestly, people always recommend, they're like, oh, you gotta watch ICT for his concepts. But honestly, like, dude, unless you want to hear ICT yap for 2 hours straight with like 15 minutes of sauce, like, don't watch an ICT video. Like, you can easily watch someone else, like, that made an ICT simplified concepts video. You said, I have a long setup at 24,414. I guess you're trying to long off this low? Well, if you do, I hope it works out for you. What is that? I'm switching windows. I'm gonna go to ICT's house now. Goodbye, Tim. It was a nice watch. You know, I saw someone talking about though on TikTok, and I feel like it's so true. Like, I'm sure everyone knows like the kick thing with TJR and that guy Timmy. Some dude was going this rant saying, if you're sitting there watching that, there's no way you're ever gonna be profitable. And like to a point, I get what he's saying. Like, I guess it's entertainment, it's fun to watch, but it's like, I feel like you're conditioning your mind to accept that all these unprofitable habits are like normal. Like, cause it's so true though. Like, I was watching it. It became very apparent to me early on that that is just for entertainment. Like, it's not like a trading thing, right? You said Timmy is ass. He's taking it for granted. Yeah, honestly, I guess I'll get my 2 thoughts on this while we're on the topic. While this banger trade's about to hit. But, so one, first of all, I actually think this is true that Timmy, like, TGR was ripping on him saying, yeah, you said Timmy's already profitable. He's just doing it for entertainment. Yeah, I have so many things I want to bring up. Well, first of all, Timmy, if you guys watched him closely, he actually traded a Top Step eval. He took 30 days to pass it, and if he showed his P&L calendar, he had like 1 or 2 red days, and it was green days rest of the month. And then he's trying to say that once he got his funded account, which he showed his proof in his video, right, that he blew it in like, how quickly did he say he blew it? He said he blew it in like a couple days. So it's like, how do you stay that disciplined on a combine? You pass in 30 days, all green days. And he also recently went to go see, I don't know if you guys know Salman. Like, he's actually a great trader, by the way, Salman. Like, huge shout out to Salman. But, he flew out to Salman and he was hanging out with him and some other traders. Like, I'm sure they definitely put him on some serious sauce in person. And the main giveaway, though, that I thought it was all entertainment was I've watched clips from the stream, and there was one clip that I was watching where TJR walked away for a second, and he's like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom or something, and then Timmy has an Alpha Futures 100K account, and he's sitting there like spamming, oh, I'm going to buy, and he's down 500, and then he sells, and he goes in for a long, and then he's down 500, and then he gets rid of it, and he goes in for a short. Like, he's pretty much ping-ponging positions, and it's like, dude, that's the quickest way to blow an evaluation, and he blew the eval, he quote-unquote blew the eval. I mean, most of Alpha Futures accounts have a daily loss limit where you can't blow it in one day, but he quote-unquote blew the eval. Should I record this for my Instagram? I've been getting fucked up. I don't want to act like I'm winning. I feel like it feels fake to me to record this and flex wins. You said hold 24 154? That's pretty far down. Honestly, me personally, I think I'm just going to take it off this low here. I'm already up over 3 to 1. But I guess what was my last thought? So we're finally going to get a 5-minute FVG. I mean, yeah, we're going to get a 5-minute FVG and the draw's probably going to get taken. The obvious draw. But I guess all I was trying to say with my last thought was that it would make no sense. Like, Timmy does not do stuff like that. He does not sit there when someone walks away. He doesn't sit there and just spam like, oh, buy, sell, buy, sell. You know what I mean? Like, it's so obvious that like it's just for entertainment, this stream. Because I kind of expected it to be like, oh, this is an actual like trading stream, but it makes sense though. They're gonna get more viewers if it's like entertainment, quote unquote. So the whole 154 GC trading system is master of footprint. I mean, yeah, GC looks like he knows his footprint charts in and out. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, when I first thought I want to look into footprint charts, I literally went straight to GC's YouTube. I was like, I want to see this dude explain it. He said, bro, GC just give us sauce. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he drops, like, go check out his YouTube channel, guys. He does drop sauce on his YouTube. He said, I'm gonna go watch his YouTube. Yeah, I know. I sent that one video he made about footprint in the chat before. That's like a 10-minute long video. Pretty good explanation. You said he taught me how to use Tradeify. You know, when you first said that, you said the next time I come back here, Vise will be an order flow servant. Ooh, is this about to hit? He said, I have an hour-long video, not plug. I mean, you're good. I mean, I brought it up first. You're good. If he's got an hour-long video, you can watch it. Bro said, use code TIMMY27. I mean, you're good, GC. I have no problem shouting you out. I appreciate it, though. You said, I have a friend who wanted to learn how to trade. I told him to watch the TGR 5-hour video. I mean, ooh, bang. Yeah, honestly, I mean, and I think I definitely could hold for more. Like, honestly, I get what GC's saying about, like, if you zoom out to the higher time frame, honestly, I wouldn't be looking to hold that low, but, like, there's this other low down here with like 24,240. So I'm pretty sure he said, didn't he say like 1? Yeah, he's probably targeting this low down here, which honestly, don't get me wrong, I do think it's a very good low to target. That's honestly an amazing low to target. I'm not trying to Hail Mary that far away. Well, it's not a Hail Mary, it's honestly an educated guess. Like, but said stop out. Sorry to hear that, Otter. I love expansion. Honestly, today could be a really good expansion day, though, honestly. I don't know how exactly to explain it, but I feel like just looking at this chart right here, like, I feel like it's prime for expansion. Down. So I was thinking of sending in the ICT 2022 mentorship. I feel like watching the ICT 2022 mentorship is one of the biggest ways to just waste your time at this point, no offense. You said today's price action makes me believe in myself again. Honestly, me too. I feel like the past couple of days, I kept like getting bad order flow entries. The thing with order flow is though, if I'm able to catch like, this was a 3.6 to 1, and what I partialed at 2 to 1. So I probably averaged, let's say like a 3 to 1 in this. If you take like a 3 to 1 win though, that like gets rid of 2 whole days of losses. Yeah, honestly, I'll keep watching to see if I get like any inversion trades I could take on my funded account. So is March the good month? Hopefully. And I know some of you guys are probably familiar with like PB trading. I saw like Patrick from PB trading, he posted a video and he was talking about how February, like he performed really bad. And it was the same thing with like February of the year before. Honestly, I don't know if there's something to it, but maybe in terms of ICT concepts, February might not be a good month. You said, do you like high or low RR? Well, honestly, I used to be a low RR trader for the longest time. Like when I used to trade ICT concepts, I focused on lower RR. But honestly, as I'm getting more into order flow, I'm starting to like more of like 3 to 1s and 4 to 1s. Because the thing I've learned, when I used to be successful at trading 1 to 1s, but it's like when you get in drawdown, it just takes forever to get out of drawdown. If that makes sense. And it's like, if I'm limiting myself to like 1 to 2 trades a day, like if I take 5 losses, I have to have like 5 winning days at 1 to 1 to get back to where I was. It's the same, I used to be at 1 to 1 RR, now I'm at 2. Yeah, I feel like you can get comfortable doing like 1 to 1 at first. But I feel like once you get really comfortable doing 1 to 1, you can like expand from there. Yeah, you said 1 to 3 is regular for order flow? Yeah. I mean, it's not like you can do order flow at 1 to 2, but like I feel like it's a lot more common for order flow people to do like between 2 and 4 to 1. You said, bro, I have the perfect setup for order flow. What's your idea, Faisal? I guess I'm exactly halfway to passing this account. So we did open up multiple 5-minute gaps. On my funded account with my regular inversion trading, if we give me a really good like confirmation out of there, I might try and inverse, but the thing I don't like though is I feel like we already took like this higher time frame draw, which is like the overnight lows kind of. So I don't like taking continuations like past the overnight lows. You said order flow plus footprint. We check the heat map and order flow. Then we check footprint at the same level and compare the buyers and sellers and use ICT for an entry. I'm a genius. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. That's what I've been like leaning toward. I mean, like that is a great idea. I've been thinking about that too, honestly. Because I feel like the thing is order flow shows the passive orders, but footprint, like GC was saying, shows the market orders. So I mean, like the thing is in footprint, I'm sorry. In Bookmap, it does show you those bubbles, which kind of, like the bubbles are the market orders on Bookmap. So, like, obviously footprint charts give you a lot more data, but, you can, like, look at Bookmap real quick and see if there's buying or selling coming in at certain levels. Like, for example, I know GC, he was talking about when he asked me, is there heat at that, like, 24,450 level? And, like, he said he was looking to see it fail. Like, on the Bookmap, I could see, like, once we reached that level, there was, like, a bigger bubble of sellers, at least compared to the surrounding bubbles, right? So that's saying some aggressive sellers, they're coming in, they're hitting market sell once we hit that level. And, I guess, like, the buyers were failing, right? Like, it's just saying we're selling right through that level. You know, I guess the better idea, though, actually, no, I think I'm misspeaking, though, because I think if you want to see a level fail, I think you'd want to see buyers come in so they get ran through so they have to sell to get out. But honestly, I think the main thing I'm kind of focusing on right now is I want to like learn to mesh like CVD, cumulative volume delta, with like my higher time frame bias. Because sometimes I'd be so wrong on my higher time frame bias. And I feel like seeing like buying versus selling pressure is like a very definitive way to like, if I'm on the edge, to say which way I want to go. You said, I'm gonna head out now. You said the order flow plus footprint really tempting the shit out of me. It's pushing me away from the goal of being the next dodgy. I mean, yeah, like, I don't want to make you guys strategy hop, but honestly, me personally, I feel like I want to lean toward learning a little bit more order flow. Like, I'm not going to drop it, but should have a good one, guys. You have a good one as well, Pillow. You said, how do you feel about this inverse leaving a 4-hour resting low? You said 4-hour inverse? Are you talking about this 4-hour inverse? I mean, I personally don't like that 4-hour inverse too much because I feel like we already took all these lows down here. I mean, I still think we're trending toward like this low down here, but oh, I guess we did pull into a I should lock in. Is there? You said no, I meant like IFVG here. I mean, I'm not looking for bullish gaps up, honestly. I'm looking for short still, honestly. Like, we traded into this 5-minute gap. We might get this little 2-minute continuation here. Would this be a valid trade? I mean, I feel like even though we took some lows, like higher time frame, I think we're honestly still trending toward these like extreme lows, kind of like down here. I'm just paying attention to what's the highest time frame gap over here, and honestly, if it gets inverted, I might try a short on my funded account, but damn, this funded account's down bad. I have like 540 of drawdown left. So if this doesn't invert this candle, we're going to open up a 3-minute I'd have to wait for. I can't believe how much it's snowing where I live. It's really coming down. I'm going to check the weather. It says snow is expected to start in 9 minutes. It has started. You said I've been in a short position for 5 minutes. Tim better not let me down. I mean, I'm not a market maker. I hope your short works out, but... So I gotta pay attention to this 3-minute gap though. Like I'd be waiting for a close through this 3-minute. Unless maybe wants to resweep the high and give me a 1 minute, but surprisingly, we might not even open up a 15-minute gap here. So lots of aggressive buyers hopped in at 383. It's currently 71 in the sunny. I love it. I'm jealous. Oh, what's up, Huzino? How are you, bro? Honestly, I'm a little bearish right now. But... You said bottom ticket? I mean, honestly, I could see this being a point we reject from, but... So when it flies, just know I told you. I mean, I already took a trade for the day. This is one second trade. I trade multiple models. Do you want me to show you my trade from before? Okay, well, I took a loss at first, but I shorted like up here. Where's my entry? 98? Somewhere over here I entered. We're definitely not getting the reaction. It's a W trade, good stuff. Appreciate that. I mean, honestly, there's a good chance I might just not get a trade for the rest of the day, honestly. But me personally, I was just leaning toward like getting these lows hit. I know there's an SMT and all, but... So what firm are you with? I mean, I'm an affiliate at both Tradeify and Alpha Futures. Said Timmy is one of the best streamers on YouTube. Appreciate that, GC. 100%. Much love, bro. I mean, yeah, we're moving in bullish structure right now. Like, I really can't ignore that, right? Like, we broke above this high, right? We're putting in higher highs, higher lows. I mean, at that point, I really can't ignore that. You know, out of curiosity, I want to see what this website, these bots are always directing me to. Like, I mean, I'm obviously never going to pay for viewers. Said, I'm going to go. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate you stopping by, Kane. Have a good day. You said, I was short, but it hit my break even. Yeah, I feel like it low-key has expanded a lot already. I feel like higher time frame, I really do think eventually, I mean, we don't necessarily need to do it today, but I really do think we need to come to that low. You said, nah, don't go to the website. Throw it into virus total first. Not a bad idea, honestly. Interesting. I like how... Here, I'll show you guys this real quick. I didn't even get as far as getting to that thing. I just Googled like streamboo.live legit. It's the first thing that comes up. No, is not a legitimate service. It's widely reported by the streaming community as a scam, bot-driven service. I mean, obviously, I'm sure I could have guessed that, but... They have a 1.7 rating. Yo, these reviews are mad funny. They got one review that was probably a bot. Oh, what's up, T Brown? Oh, yo, you're the other Tim B. What's up, bro? You said you seen the SNT on SMP? Yeah, there is an SNT. At least there was an SMT. Oh, no, no, there is an SMT. I wasn't zoomed down enough. You said, take care, man. I'm gonna head to bed and have dreams about the TP I had today. Appreciate you stopping by, Faisal. Hope you have a good rest of your day, bro. I think my screen's gonna freeze for 5 seconds. So we're cousins? Pretty much. I gotta put TradingView back up, though. That's what I was trying to do. So did you get any trades today? So I mean, I took 2 trades on eval. They were both based off like Bookmap levels. One of them stopped me out, and the other one I won on. I can show you guys the winner. This was the winner. I'm trying to remember exactly where I entered the first one. I'm on the 4-minute chart. I'm pretty sure the first one I entered, like off this reaction off here. There was like one set of orders kind of up here. We swept these highs. I was kind of looking at like, we came into this 1 hour gap up here and like swept this high inside of it. Said, Timmy, we got to get you on our platform when it releases. I'm down, honestly. But, so I took that loss. I was pretty much targeting like this low down here. So it pretty much came up, just kind of stop rated me. And then I saw that the same reaction again. So I was like, you know what? There was like another block of orders up there on Bookmap too. So I took a short, just pretty much like off a candle rejection. I just saw how strongly this 1 minute candle closed. And it just aligned with my bias. Like, I'm primarily like an ICT trader. So I was thinking, okay, I have a bearish bias, higher time frame, right? We're reacting off of a 1 hour gap. And I partialed 2 though at like this low down here, won't break even. And then I held the other 2 for that low down here. I finished the day up 2R on eval, but it's still eval. Honestly, my goal though, I want to like, I've been getting more comfortable with like Bookmap. I want to get a payout from Bookmap, and I'll start expanding how many accounts I trade at once with it. Once I get a little more comfortable. I feel like I'll stay for like, let's say like 15 more minutes, but honestly, I feel like if nothing starts happening by 11, I might just get off, because honestly, we're probably going to chop here. I already called a win, like, I don't really think I'm looking for any more inversion plays, honestly, too, because like, I know we're reacting off this 5-minute gap, but like, I don't like this continuation that much. I always like to go through Instagram stories and see like what traders took what. I remember some dude said I got break even by an 84 point no news candle. Like I know the exact candle he's talking about. It was like that at 10 a.m. I'm pretty sure. Was it 10 a.m.? Oh no, he's actually not even talking about that candle. Oh no, he is. I lied. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he was in shorts, and that 10 a.m. candle stopped him break even. Why am I getting ads to buy property in Dubai? They are not advertising to the right consumer. I can barely afford these evals. No, I'm kidding. I feel like Price likes to do this though. Like sometimes if we take out like overnight lows like this, or like basically some like important liquidity, I feel like we should be chopping sometimes before we continue. Some shop. You can see like the 5-minute chart where it's not going anywhere. We are in the 11 a.m. macro. Damn, I only got 3 people watching right now. You know, I'm not gonna lie. If there's only 3 of you, no offense, I'm just gonna end stream. Because honestly, I mean, there's nothing really exciting going on. Like, I'm probably not taking any more trades. So why are there ads on a freaking live stream? I'm sorry, Justin. But honestly, I'll just do my recap for the day. It's a good stream. See you tomorrow. Appreciate that, GC. So, on the daily, I did say, I said I'm lurking. What's up, Nick? Yeah, I'll do my recap for the day, then I'll wrap up stream. But so on the daily, I was pretty bearish. Like, honestly, I feel like you can see we're trending down, and we have these kind of pushes up, but they always get faded, kind of. Like, especially like Monday, right? We opened up like a new week opening gap. We filled in all of the new week opening gap, and what happened following then? Like, we dumped, right? I feel like it's a lot more apparent. Like, if you go to the 1 minute chart, right? Like, look what happened, right? Friday into Sunday, we gap down. We come up Monday, fill in all the gap. After the gap's been filled, look what happens following. We dump, right? So it's like, that's bearish price action. You know? And then when you look at the 1 hour, I saw that like we had like this 1 hour gap over here. So I pretty much based my trade off this. Like overnight at like what, 7 a.m. we pulled into it. So I was low-key expecting like so I was expecting a manipulation up at 9:30 open, right? Because you got to think, like, if I'm bearish higher time frame, like, what's 9:30 open going to do? It's going to manipulate the opposite way, right? So that's kind of what happened this morning, right? We had a manipulation up. I saw that first time we swept these highs. I looked for a short off of that, like, using a Bookmap. This candle closed like so bearish. Like I was just chasing price, honestly. Like 100-point stop loss on an order flow trade is not something that should be happening. So like I probably should have entered somewhere around here. But regardless, the trade wouldn't have won anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But so I lost that trade. And then I pretty much retried the same idea. We came up, we re-swept that high, liquidity sweep, right? Then we had a strong close on this 1 minute candle. So that's pretty much showing, like, I remember there was some Bookmap zone we were reacting off of. I think my main issue today was I mentioned there was a Bookmap zone over here that was like, I literally said as we were reacting off of it, I was like, it's a pretty small zone though. Like there weren't too many orders there. So, I was just kind of FOMOing because I saw the reaction, but we came to the stronger zone I knew was there originally, reacted off it. Like that right there, a very strong close. So, I targeted this low down here. At least in my opinion, that was the low I was most confident in targeting. I did partial once we came down here. I went break even. Kind of like these lows down here. Yeah, so I mean, I pretty much just used like ICT concepts and I aligned it with like my my Bookmap zone, right? And yeah, because honestly, like if I was looking for inversion trades though, like I pretty much require all my trades to be like delivering from like a 5 or a 15-minute gap. And I really couldn't find any good inversions like in this leg over here. So I was only able to get an entry based off Bookmap. So like I feel like, I guess this is just a good illustration of why I'm kind of like looking into it. Because like, I feel like there are going to be some situations like today where I can call the draw, but I'm not able to get an entry because I'm kind of like limited by inversions. But yeah, so pretty much no trades on the funded account. Just, I took one loss and then I took a 3-1 win overall. Because I mean, full TP was over 3-1, but I took a partial. So honestly, it looks like we're continuing down now. I'm honestly not looking for any continuation shorts at this point, but that was pretty much the day. And honestly, I mean, I do think eventually we're definitely coming for this low down here from November, honestly. I think that's the draw we're going toward. But honestly, that was pretty much all I've got to say for this stream. So, I mean, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes in case you guys have any questions. But that was pretty much it. And if you guys are new here, I do live trade every single morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. So definitely subscribe. Come back again if you liked it. And also, if you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, my 2 favorite prop firms are Alpha Futures and Tradeify. So you can use my discount code, which is TIMB272. It'll get you the best current discount either firm. Me personally, I think Alpha has better live conditions, but I feel like, no offense, most of you guys probably aren't getting moved to live. They also have a higher payout cap at Alpha, which is like 15K. But honestly, I feel like to most traders, those things aren't too important. So Tradeify has like daily payouts. They have straight to funded accounts. I feel like those are good offerings as well. Yeah, and also my free Discord. If you guys aren't in there already, join that. You know, I always say I'm active in there. I'm not as active as I should be, but I try my best. I'll do my best. I'll respond to Justin after I get off stream in the Discord. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I've got to say. And I guess you guys probably don't have any questions. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by, hanging out with me, watching me trade. I hope all you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.